Welcome to video 4. In this video tutorial, we are going to be looking at the review preparation section. This is where the evidence collected in the ePortfolio is reviewed at 6 monthly intervals by the educational supervisor. Note that only educational supervisors and administrators can create new reviews. First of all, you will need to set up an appointment for the review, making sure you specify the correct year. To do this, click on Review Preparation and then Add New Review. It is important to note that you cannot create or edit a review until the educational agreement has been countersigned. The educational agreement can be found in the Summary tab. The end of review period is the last date that the trainee will be in their current rotation. The review does not have to be completed in full initially, only the date and type of review need to be saved, and the review can be edited later when the actual review meeting takes place. Each stage of the review has a Save button at the bottom of the screen, allowing you to return and edit. Once you've created a review, you can comment on each of the areas covered by the review. All sections need to be completed before you can navigate to the next page using the Continue button. The comments entered will be seen by both the trainee and the RCGP panel. The first section is curriculum coverage, where the trainee should be demonstrating this through learning logs. Then skills log, which is now via SEPs, though the ePortfolio will still show DOPs, soon to be archived, and their PDPs. You can comment on how well they are progressing in each of these areas and advise the trainee on what areas to work on. The next sections are the competence areas, trainee, where the trainee has completed their self-rating, and the competence area educational supervisor. Here you need to comment on the quality of the evidence presented in the ePortfolio and how well it demonstrates each of the competencies. You can look through the linked learning log entries and the evidence section and comment on the formal assessments. You can also link additional evidence to support your rating, particularly if it differs from the trainee self-rating. You should also make comments in the agreed action box for suggestions for learning and improvement for the next review. The final section provides a summary of your comments. You can return to the relevant stage to edit them as necessary, and you can comment on the overall quality of the evidence. You should also outline a minimum of 3 agreed learning plans for the next review, which will copy into the trainee's PDP. You will be asked to record details of any concerns or investigations for revalidation purposes. You will need to make an overall recommendation, satisfactory, unsatisfactory, panel opinion, or out of post. This is for when you're completing a mandatory review for a trainee not currently in training, for example on maternity leave, but they still require a 6-month review. Near the bottom of the screen there is an option, do you believe this to be the trainee's final review? Choosing yes provides further options to record achievements of out of hours and CPR AED requirements. Each deanery specifies their requirements for the number of out of hours achieved and should be checked. These should only be looked at for the final review and are required for final ARCP sign-off. You have 2 options at the end. Save, which saves the review and allows you to go back and edit. This is handy if you are filling in this section prior to your review. The second is Complete and Submit, which when clicked is you signing off the review as complete. This will send a message to the trainee that they have a review pending for them to accept. This will allow them to read this review and countersign it. Once they have accepted the review, it can no longer be edited. That's the end of this 4th video tutorial. In the next, we shall be looking at how to amend a review and go into further detail on how to review evidence provided in the ePortfolio.